Hey everybody, today I'm going to show y'all my SM Cath one pull strategy here. I'm going to go in and show you the pull itself, what can go wrong with the pull, some reset points for you, so if you get in a bad way you can reset the mobs and not die and have to run back. I'm also going to show you, if you have more than one slow hit you, what you can do there. And then at the end I'm going to show you the talents I use and the frost resistance gear that I use and also the enchants.
So you can see I'll go ahead and kill that first mob, guys. That's in case you're running anybody. They don't accidentally aggro them while you're in the middle of your run. I do have my ice armor up, my arcane intellect, and I also have my mana gem and a few different potions here just in case. I'm going to go through here and I'm going to rank 1 arcane explosion these guys here to pull them. We're going to come over here and frost nova. Once we frost nova these mobs right here, we're going to blink out to the middle to gain some time. And what we're focusing on here is going up these stairs and casting our ice barrier here as soon as it cools down. Once it cools down, just go ahead and reapply it right here because you're going to want it up as fast as possible after this next pull. And you can blink through these mobs here in the courtyard if they're in your way. They weren't here, so I just walked up to the door here. And I did apply my frost ward here, guys. Now you're going to open this door here. And once you go through here, you're going to target this mob on the far right in the corner. You're going to go ahead and counter spell him. You're going to do some rank 1 arcane explosions again. Pull as much as you can right here. And you're going to frost nova right here, guys. You rank 1 again. You're going to blink up. You can turn back here and do cone of cold whenever you think these guys are catching up to you. That's going to do it right here. You're going to take off right around this direction here and keep jumping where I jump so you can save as much time as possible. I'm going to cut this corner. I'm going to grab these guys. I'm going to move down this hallway. And upcoming is a key blink timer. You're going to grab him. You're going to blink down here. You're going to keep close to this wall. Going to cut this corner too. Grab those guys. Keep moving down this hallway. We're going to cut this corner as well with those rank 1 arcane explosions to grab those guys. Keep moving. Right here, you're going to cast your ice barrier again. Make sure it's up. Going to grab the guy in the corner. And here comes another key blink timer. Right there, mobs were starting to catch up to me. Going to cut this corner as well and grab these guys. And here comes a slow. I'm going to immediately trinket that slow. It's a 15-second. They'll catch up. When they do catch up, they instantly kill you guys. You're going to grab that guy. And upcoming here is a safe spot. This second square, middle square, the mobs bug out. If you need to bandage, evocate, you can right here. We're going to go ahead and keep going here. Rank 1 arcane explosion. Run back towards these mages. Let them cast that frostbolt and then blink away where some of them don't hit you. Some of them always do, it seems like. And then you're going to jump off here, reapply your ice barrier and your frost ward. Wait till the mobs get super close, and then go ahead and ice block. And I do have a macro, guys, here that will cancel my ice block and cast frost nova. I'm going to use it here and jump when I do. And there it is. I'm going to go ahead and blink to my spot right here. Pay attention real close to where this is. I'm going to go ahead and start casting blizzard. And what we're going to do is when the mobs start getting a little bit close to us, we're going to jump up on this ledge here to our right. Do cast another blizzard there. These are max rank blizzards. Like the mobs are starting to get a little bit closer to me. I'm going to go ahead and jump up here, redo my frost ward so I can stop some of those incoming frost bolts. Then you recast those max rank blizzards. Once they get a little close to you, about right there, you're going to jump back down. You're going to start casting those blizzards there. Try to kind of cast it on wherever they're trying to run to a little bit while keeping it on that ledge because that's where they're going to come back to. You can see some mobs are dying off now, but I'm keeping that blizzard up as much as I can because those mobs are grouping back there now. These guys are going to hit me. You can arcane explosion them and get them off of you. Go ahead and keep that blizzard up until you feel like you're safe and secure. I usually wait till about 2 mobs and then I just go ahead and finish them off when it cone of cold. And here I'm just going to go ahead and frostbolt this guy. Probably should have just arcane explosioned him because I think he does stop me just for a second. And then go ahead and kill these guys up here. These guys are pretty easy to kill. You're resisting most of everything they do. So just do whatever you want to. Cone of cold, arcane explosion, or whatever.
So there are 9 reset points in here, guys. If you need to reset the mobs, if things are just going very poorly, or you want to wait for cooldowns, you can jump up here in this middle square right here, right outside the cathedral. And then you can bandage here if you're low on health. You can evocate. But you'll notice at 15 seconds, the mobs are going to run back to their spots and you can restart it if you would like to do that instead. Maybe your cooldowns are just too far out. If you do jump down before 15 seconds, the mobs just keep on running after you and you can just keep going with the run. And this is the second reset point we're coming up on here, guys. Right here in this middle section, middle square again, you can see the mobs are bugging out again, and they do go to 15 seconds here and run back. However, if I was to jump down before 15 seconds and take off with the normal pull, they just keep following you. And the next 6 reset points are these fish in the fountain. So what we're going to do is just jump on top. You'll see all the mobs bug, and all 6 of these fish will do that exact thing. So the 9th and final reset spot is very near the first one I showed you. It's going to be in the middle, that second bench. I accidentally did the first bench and they kept running, but across from that second bench right here in this middle square is another good reset spot. So this is kind of neat here. You can enter the point and start your timer and get it up to 15 seconds. You can, do your normal bandaging and your evocate to get your mana and health back. But if, say, your cooldowns are down, say your ice barrier's down or your ice block's down, you can jump down and reset that timer and then just jump right back up. And the mobs won't catch up too much. And you can repeat that until the mobs get to you. So when the mobs do get close enough to you, though, you can start getting hit with these melee. As you can see, I've jumped back up. They've gotten pretty close now. And like I said, those mages may frostbolt you. That's fine. It's just going to give you mana back the whole time. So you can move up and down this, guys, once you're up here, I've noticed too. And that's not going to hurt anything. So if you need to move a little bit, that's okay. And here you can see they're actually hitting me now. So at this point, it's just best to take off with your run. But we did get an extra 40 seconds instead of 15. So that's something worth noting, that if you're ready, if your cooldowns are not up yet, you can stall a little bit there for them to make sure that ice barrier is up before you do that final ice block. Okay, so now I'm going to go into what can go wrong. And this run was pretty normal here. I had plenty of health, plenty of mana. But you're going to see when I cancel my ice block, I blink poorly, and I got a mob on me that resisted my Frost Nova. So I see that mob, and what I should have did, don't do what I did and not cast a mana shield. Go ahead and cast a mana shield so she doesn't interrupt your blizzard. But what I did there was I ranked 1 blizzard those mobs back there to slow them up a little bit so they don't all get to me and just one-shot me. And I rank 1 again to kind of gather them for that blizzard. And at this point, it looks very similar to the last run. You can just throw your max rank blizzards up and burn them down. So another thing that can go wrong, guys, is if you get slowed twice in one run. You're going to see me get slowed here, and I'm going to immediately trinket it. And I'm going to keep moving on with my run, but I get slowed again on this corner. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and ice block. And I can go ahead and reset that ice block timer when I come out of here with Cold Snap, but I am going to just use that same macro, Frost Nova, and cancel my ice block at the same time. I do take a lot of damage and health. That's okay. I'm going to make it easily to my reset point here, in which I can just band-aid right back up to full health if I need to, or evocate. And that's how you can deal with, if you get hit twice, you can use that block and just refresh your cooldowns with Cold Snap, because now your Nova, your barrier, and everything's back up, and you can just proceed on with the run. All right, so now we're going to be looking at the talents and the gear side of things. So in your Frost tree, the main 2 things you're going to want to get is your Permafrost and your Blizzard. That's going to slow them down significantly and increases the duration of your chill. What you don't want to get is Frostbite. You don't want your ice armor accidentally freezing people in place and mobs coming at you at different angles. And at the very end, things not get Frost Nova, right? So we're not going to get that. We don't get Winter's Chill either. Get your Ice Barrier, your Ice Block, and your Cold Snap. And then we're going to move into the Arcane tree. And in the Arcane side, you're looking for this Magic Absorption. All your resistances by 10 are increased. And the most important part is restores 5% of your mana every time you get hit by one of those Frost Bolts and you resist it. So that's the main thing you're going for here. But just copy this build in here, guys. And this is going to get you to where you can do this one pull quite easily. And as far as gear goes, you're going to want to purchase you a pair of frost resistance rings. And I just keep them here in my bags because I've been doing other stuff. But you pile them on, you see our frost resistance is up to 105. I recommend 70. I do have a glacial cloak on. I do enjoy that high stamina on that. I have the 10 frost resistance with the Stormpike insignia. If you want to do PvP and get that, you can. But as far as it goes, guys, just try to get to 70. You'll notice that 70 right now, we're still in the fair. So I'm going to take these off and get us down below 70. And now we're poor. As soon as I put one back on, or above 70 or back fair again. So that's what you're wanting, is that fair frost resistance there, guys. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that back on. But also what you're going to want to have is this here Insignia of the Alliance. So just PvP enough, guys, to get that, because you're definitely going to need that in case you get frostbolted or slowed. You're going to want to trinket those immediately. So as far as the gear goes, that's pretty much it. These rings here are 19 and 18 frost resistance. You can get up to 20, but they do get quite expensive. You can see I paid 400 gold for this ring and 500 gold for this ring. For the 20 resistance, sometimes you can pay up to 800 to 900 gold. But just get as close as you can to 20 and then move on. If you can get 70, that's fine. If you've got a better cloak, if this has got a ton of frost resistance, you got something with spell power, like every once in a while, I'll just throw this one up over here. It reduces my frost resistance and it gives me more spell power. So either way you want to do it, it's fine. Just make sure you have at least 70. And guys, I forgot to mention one thing. You are getting 10 resistances to all schools of mana here from your magic absorption. So that's why we have 10 right now. But what's important to do is make sure you throw up your ice armor as well. It gives 19. You can see in the description here, it gives 19. If you put it up, it says 15. It is 19 because we went from 10 to 29. And then you can throw your 2 rings on that you buy from the auction house, and you're already very close to 70. If you do get the 20, you're super close. So you throw your other items back on. I'm obviously way above it, but just your ice armor and your 2 rings can get you super close to where you need to be. And yeah, just make sure that you got that ice armor up when you're tallying how much frost resistance you do have. So the only enchants that I really recommend here, guys, is the minor speed increase for your boots. It will get that little bit of separation from the mobs and you. And I can tell a big difference when I take these boots off and put another pair of boots on. After you get used to it, you're going to be able to tell that it's minor, but it's necessary as much running as we're going to be doing in this. So I recommend that for sure. And when you get hit with those frost bolts, you're going to be further ahead of the mobs than what you were, and it may not slow you down as bad. So you may be able to not trinket one of those. You may be able to get away with not in case you get hit by one of those slows. All right, guys, that does it for this guide. The next one will most likely be SM Armory. I'm noticing that's what people are boosting. They're doing Cathedral, then they're doing Armory, and then they're resetting and doing them both again. So that'll be kind of the natural progression. I'll probably do the Armory guide next. I may do a gold guide. It just depends. So just stay tuned in. I appreciate y'all being here.